Hey y'all, welcome back to the Music Mindset channel. I'm here to try to give it to you as real as I can, and that's what I'm gonna try to do tonight. We're in night two of Pat Metheny. Had a real long day, so I'm doing this like late. So I hope you're still up. I hope you're still willing to watch it. It's gonna be exciting, man. We're talking about that song Menuano 6/8. It's in a 6/8 time signature. And man, it's got all kinds of influences, some Latin and jazz influences, and it's slightly Brazilian type feel also along with it. But this song is great, man. If you like that first circle, like I did, man, that, by the way, that song, man, is one of a kind, and you know it. This song, I was going to do some other stuff first, but I said, let me just get this stuff, this emotional stuff out of the way. Let me get this Pat Metheny taking you on a ride and jerking tears out of your eyes and taking you to places that you've never been in music. I've seen people talk about and do this song in the past, and I'm not trying to compete with none of that. I'm just giving you me, Mr. Mindset, and what I feel, why I was hooked to this. When I first started this channel, I kind of hinted I would get to this. And I was thinking in my mind, hey, how am I going to get to this? I was doing a lot of the rock and roll and R&B and different stuff like that. And all of a sudden I said, it'd be a great time, December, right around the holiday time, to give these people some things that they might want to see. And I hope you like this type of stuff. It may not be for everyone, but Pat Metheny's fan base is so incredibly large that you gotta have heard some of his stuff. I mean, his stuff is just on another level. So let me just get right into it. First, I want to show you something. His songs have a lot of effect on people. Check this guy out right here. This is the kind of person I was like on piano when I first heard some Pat Metheny, trying to figure out what's going on. Check him out. See, that's what a Pat Metheny song will do to you. It'll have you going to try to find, even if you don't play an instrument, it'll make you want to learn to play an instrument. But especially if you play any type of instrument, it's going to have you trying to search for some chords and some fingering on a piano or guitar or bass guitar or something to try to figure out what he's doing. But let's just jump right into this Menuano 6/8, because this is another one of these long songs with a long journey. And I'm going to try not to do nothing but react and try not to stop the video. So hang in there for me. All right, let's enjoy this together. Day two of Pat Metheny. Lyle Mays on piano. I want to say once again, rest in peace to that guy. He passed away over the last year or so. Man, he's a great piano player, and he's one of my favorites. Pedro Aznar. I had to get the version that has the real boys in it, because he has several versions of this, but I was more interested in versions of anything involving Pedro Aznar. These are some of the original players in the Pat Metheny group. way. If you don't know what's coming, just hang in there. If you don't know anything about that, and this is your first time listening, hang in there. Timing, man. Can't be in a Pat Metheny group and not know how to play an instrument. You gotta know how to play multiple instruments. Steve Robbie on the bass. Where to go? there. He gave Pat that vocal sound. Man, I tell you, I tell you, I tell you, that's another great masterpiece by Pat Metheny. I tell you what, there are a lot of versions of that, and some of them are a little more hyped up. He picks up the tempo; it's a lot faster, and he does it live in different places around Germany and a lot of places like that. But I just like anything that has Pedro Aznar in it because that vocal sound that you hear in a Pat Metheny song, that unique thing that he does there with the vocals. Never any lyrics. Now he's got some, as time went on, they started doing stuff where there were some lyrics, but for a long time, there were no lyrics. It was just Pedro doing what you saw him do that created that signature sound. So when I go back to listening to songs by Pat, I always want to hear the original way that they did stuff. Now, the other ways are just as exciting, if not more in some cases, but that's the original version. So before some of you guys who know Pat say, "Oh, I remember that. I like the version, blah, blah, blah," I'm going back to the version of the original group when they originally did the song.
As most people know, most of my activities as a musician over the last 15 years have really been in the context of this thing called the Pat Metheny Group, which basically has included really just a few people. It's been a very stable, long-term relationship of musicians, and I've really enjoyed that process. And in fact, it's continuing. I suppose there will probably be to go for me. There's a certain curve that seems to happen that it kind of goes over a certain amount of years, and things happen and evolve, and then things start to change, and then it goes in this way that this record sort of represents. And I think of Tokyo, I think of Hamburg, I think of New York, I think of Boston, I think of Lee Summit, where I grew up. I think of all these places, and they really have all run together in my mind. And in a way, as reluctant as I am to, use a term like world music, I think that I am representative of a lot of musicians that do this kind of traveling, thanks to jets and fax machines and international worldwide distribution.
That's night number 2. And I stuck that in there at the last minute, got home kind of late and stuff like that, but I didn't want to renege on what I promised to do for those who care, by the way. And I hope you do care. I wanted to bring you 5 nights of Pat. That's night 2. Let me give you a little trivia before I go. A lot of people know that Pat, the majority of the time you see him in that striped shirt. And people go, why is he, if you see enough of his concert, you'll be saying to yourself, why is he wearing this old ugly striped shirt? Well, Pat has said numerous times the reason that he wears that shirt really is because he feels like he doesn't want to be focused on dressing to please his audience. And I'll give you his quote right here, exactly what he said. But it summarizes to say that he's not interested in pleasing an audience with his dress. He's interested in taking you a ride with his music. And he says at the end that he wished that there was a musician uniform, like a janitor or custodian or something like that, because he said that what he does is not much less than what they do in the service industry. He's doing a service. He's giving you good music and taking you on a ride. So that's why he wears this old crazy looking ugly shirt all the time. And I'm not 100% sure if that Pat is totally being honest, because when Pat was a kid, check this out. Pat don't know how to dress. Anyway, let me leave Pat alone. That's my man. I don't care what y'all say. We'll be back night 3. Keep checking us out, and I hope you're enjoying what I'm doing. I'm just keeping it real. I love this guy and I love what he does. And we'll do that this week, and we'll get back to our regular stuff later on next week and stuff like that. I hope you're having a happy holidays and Merry Christmas and all that different stuff. And I'll check you out next time on the Music Mindset channel. Thanks.